Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 916 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Pyles, joined today by JD Rader, Ben Funky Askren, and our favorite co-host, Shane Sparks. Shane, I yelled at my phone more than 5 times because of your tweets, but you're here. I'm glad you're here. And
no, but we can't start. I'm guessing you're talking about basketball. We can't start on that because there's too much wrestling to talk about.
We
guys.
definitely didn't talk. Definitely not about basketball.
I'm banning all basketball talk today.
Why would we be tweeting? Why would I be mad at something he said about basketball? I didn't even watch
Shane Sparks was tweeting about basketball last weekend.
Was he?
All right. I got to tell you guys, I am really impressed, and I don't know if fascinated is the right word, but women's basketball exploded. It exploded this season.
You blew it, Ben.
I mean, is it just because of Caitlin Clark?
Wait, I thought I said no basketball talk.
Yeah, why would you bring it up, Ben? No one was even talking about basketball. You talked about
Shane
basketball.
Sparks was tweeting about basketball. I saw him. Tell him you're guilty, Shane.
How can that happen for wrestling, guys? Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But it seems to me like a couple of years ago, women's college basketball wasn't overly popular. Or maybe, again, it was just me. Maybe it always was. But it seemed like to me it was able to. We always talk about growing sports and finding a new audience. That's what women's basketball did. That's what they did. How did they do it? How come wrestling hasn't done that yet? Like, what are we missing?
Thousands and thousands of more people to participate in basketball across all genders across the country.
And I would say,
so many
JD,
people know basketball.
Like that forever. JD, it's always been like that.
Don't you guys think that there's just maybe this is just like a quick moment where it's an explosion of popularity, and then it'll probably just go back to the median watchage maybe the next couple of years?
Because so many men and women know basketball, you can pick up and watch basketball and know what's going on.
They did a year ago. They did 2 years ago.
Yeah, and the best women's player of all time is playing this. You want more people to.
Simple?
Yes,
maybe you're
and
right.
that
You
so
think
many
it's
people
that
have watched
simple?
basketball, men's basketball included, before this year. And then you get the best women's basketball player of all time, probably college basketball player of all time, playing, and you get this.
Kick them off the show.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but
It is off the show.
Well, it's a discussion about wrestling. Is that to grow wrestling, you need participation numbers.
This is
all
everyone's
step
fault
out
but
rule,
mine. Ben brought it up. Shane and JD kept it going. All I want to do is talk about wrestling. Listen,
I'm
we're
bringing
not
it back to wrestling. I'm saying,
let's go.
Yeah,
JD.
Gable's coming back.
you want
We
more
all know
wrestling, increase participation.
Yeah, we do need more participants. We need.
That's what it all boils down to. All the
I agree,
stupid tweak this and tweak this rule and tweak this to the NCAA championship format. It all dwarfs everything in terms of participation and people understanding, because they participated in a wrestling tournament or a wrestling practice when they were 5 to 18 years old.
Can I just tell you guys one more piece of wisdom here? Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
So listen.
Ben, I used that line yesterday. I
you
said
go.
that, I used that
Great one.
exact line yesterday to somebody,
There
and
we go.
it's so true.
Shane,
You're right about that.
That's when Shane saw Mario Lopez's hair, and he got momentarily jealous, and he said, "You know what? No, no, Shane, no."
How
Comparison's
does
the thief of
Mario
joy.
Lopez look like that at like 50 years old?
I don't know, bro. He's
Plastic
young
surgery? Are you kidding me? Look at his face. He's been cut more than I don't know. What.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I
Chris.
tip my hat to Mario
You don't
Lopez.
think Mario Lopez has had plastic surgery on his face?
I don't know. I
don't know.
Look at his face.
That's all I want to talk about.
At least he was a wrestler.
Oh, God, winning that state title in the high school cafeteria was big.
That was big.
That's how you grow the sport.
People talk like CIF is this tough tournament to win. They wrestled it in the Bayside cafeteria in the 90s.
God.
It's not that hard to win, guys. Celebrate with a milkshake at the Max right after that. All right, we got a lot to get to.
Seriously.
Russia's back. Gable Stevenson said, tweeted momentarily. He does the thing. He
I
just
don't know why you even entertain him
He-
anymore.
JD hates that we every time we talk about Gable, because when he tweets and deletes a tweet. But listen, Gable has been in the room training for weeks on end. Hasn't been missing a Gopher practice in a long time. A lot of people really genuinely think before this tweet that he wanted to enter the Open, and so then he tweets this. And Gable, I have great news for you. If you just want to wrestle, there's a tournament in late April in Las Vegas.
I thought someone said he actually entered the Open.
No. Who told you that?
I'm so disappointed now.
Who told you that?
I don't know. I thought
This is what you get for
I
not
thought I
asking
saw
me.
that someplace.
I was so excited. You know what? Now you know it's all coming back to me. You know what? It's all coming back to me right now.
Celine Dion.
It was April 1st last week. Someone got my ass. It was April 1.
Okay.
Someone tricked me. That's what it had to be. I don't know where I saw it. Someone had to trick me that he wrestled for the U.S. Open.
I'm with you, Ben. I think you're right.
You guys got. But
I think it was because you told me he was training a lot too. So I'm not blaming it on you.
No, you took one thing and extrapolated to something else. But I have
CP's out here fueling the fire too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Listen,
Stoking the fire.
I'm saying don't rule it out. I'm not saying anything definitive. I think you should.
I think you said you think he is going to wrestle.
Yeah, that's not definitive.
I do too.
I
think he's going to also.
I'm saying you think he's going to wrestle means if you had to bet money, you would put it on wrestle versus not wrestle.
But I'm very much leaving the.
What are the odds?
I don't know.
I think slim.
I'd say 60%.
Oh, if it's slim,
okay,
then
who's
I'm
more
putting
likely
money
to
on
wrestle
it.
at the Open? Who's more likely to wrestle at the Open? Spencer Lee or Gable Steveson?
Spencer, easy.
That easy.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not that easy, but yes.
It was pretty quick.
When do they have to register? When do you have to register to wrestle?
April 20. I saw a Christian public service announcement. April 23rd is the main deadline. Hey, actually,
you can register later though. You just have to pay a little bit more.
Yeah.
On USA Wrestling's website, men's freestyle wrestling, senior freestyle was Friday and Saturday, but you tweeted that it was Thursday and Friday. Has it been changed?
I think it's Thursday and Friday based on the schedule I looked at. I have this.
All right, I'm gonna have to go relook because I got my tickets for Friday morning because U15 doesn't start till Friday night, and U17 is Saturday, and U20 is Saturday, I believe, also.
So I went to look on the USA website, and the schedule wasn't posted anymore. And then
I'm gonna go find it for you real quick.
And I referred back to this. We have this like internal sheet that has like all the mats, all the when and the where.
Senior men's freestyle. I got this for you. Oh my God, you are freaking! Oh, I might have flight day earlier now. They changed it.
Dang!
Oh my goodness!
Racking up those Southwest points.
It was definitely Friday, Saturday at some point because I was pumping all my guys up about how they would get to watch all the senior level stuff if they were there Friday and Saturday.
They'll see if they're there Friday. They'll see some.
They'll see some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
not too much though, because it's mostly just like Consi semis, place matches, which is going to be halfway forfeited anyways, and then the championships.
So Gable tweeted "Just Want Wrestling" and deleted it. So that's what we were referring to. I don't know if he will or won't enter. We're all obviously hopeful he does. The registration at 125 is already really tough with Mason, Gwiz already registered, along with some other pretty tough guys, Jordan Wood, Don Bradley, etc. Hayden Zilmer, the guy that was on the team last year,
yeah.
all in the mix, but Gable could be entering there as well. There's still a lot of big names that have not registered that we don't know if they will or won't. And basically the way it normally works is just by team. So like all the Penn State guys will just get entered at once by like the coach or whatever. And same for Hawkeye Wrestling Club, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of those teams are yet to register. So still may be a little bit before we know. Unfortunately, with the April 23rd deadline, that's a long time from now. But we're hopeful.
Very long time.
Huge news in sport. UWW going to conditionally allow Russia and Belarus to compete at the World Championships. There's going to be a criteria that is still TBD in terms of there will be like basically if you're entered, you can't have had some sort of a military tie or some sort of outspoken support of the war in Ukraine. So obviously this is not a decision that is being unilaterally celebrated. Many are upset about it. Many think it's great. I'm
for one happy.
I am excited to watch our guys wrestle the best.
Yes.
That's what I think the world's is, and I don't know what the criteria is to not be able to enter the tournament? You know, like when should you be just totally disbarred from, you know, competing against the rest of the world? I don't know what that bar you have to clear is or should be. I'm not the person to make that decision. I'm just a wrestling fan, so I don't know about that. But I know I want to watch Snyder Sadulayev. I want to watch Dake versus Sidikov or Kadi Magomedov.
Oh, yeah.
I want to watch Aguya versus Gilman. I'm just a wrestling fan. I want to watch those guys. I don't see the outcry when all these Dagestanis are fighting in the UFC, and I don't understand what the difference is.
That's the biggest one for me. Is like
Difference
they're
they
doing a lot of other
represent
sports.
Russia.
Well,
They
they're not.
wear Russia on their singlets.
Well, if they wear something that says nothing, what is it? Now we're just talking about clothes, screen printing.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
Screen print.
Like,
You
what-
don't understand the
Screen
difference
printing.
between a world championship where countries compete against other countries
Well,
versus an individual versus an individual.
No, I mean it's
There's
first
a
of all,
pretty clear difference that they represent their country versus they represent themselves.
it's an individual sport. They're trying to win individual titles. They're
And I'm
trying
not necessarily even arguing with you. I'm just saying there's a clear difference between world championships and Olympics.
I honestly don't understand. The only difference is the sport. I'm trying to be the best in the world at fighting. I'm trying to be the best in the world at wrestling.
Is it different if it's a team sport then?
I don't know. I'm saying it's identical to the UFC. They are Russians trying to be the best in the world. In fighting, they're Russians trying to be the best in the
No,
world in wrestling.
because they
I don't
wrestle
care
for
what
the Russian Wrestling Federation. And it goes
Listen,
through the
I
IOC.
understand both your. Okay, let's move on. I understand both your points, and you guys are going to argue on this for a while. So,
Yeah, you guys
10
both. I get
seconds.
both you guys' points.
Yeah.
They both get a point.
And I'm not even mad that necessarily that they're back. I'm just saying there's a
Challenge
pretty
Rick
clear
just
difference.
came in. Let's review this one.
Yeah, we'll review it later. I'm fine with it.
Shane's on fire this morning.
Yeah.
Well, I miss you guys, man. I love being on with you guys. It's been a couple weeks, so it's good to be back.
Yeah, good to be back for sure. So yeah, they're back. I guess we're moving on. Not gonna
Oh,
talk
so
about
you
it
also
anymore.
have no issue with wrestlers competing for Americans competing for different countries, right? Because it's just
I do have an issue with that.
You do?
I do.
There
not.
you have
an
I
issue
do
with
not.
that?
there you
I
do.
don't.
I don't either. I that doesn't bother me at
That's a little
all.
hypocritical,
That's
no?
tremendous.
Well, no, I don't like. Well, listen, I want America to be the best, and I don't like the idea that we're.
No, but it doesn't matter because they're not representing their country. It's just individuals trying to be the best. So you want all the best
I want America
individuals.
to be the
Oh,
best.
he's got you, bro. He's
No,
got
I
you
think
on that
it's
one.
totally different. It's totally different.
It's not.
American-
Oh, JD got you.
America. Well, if you stop talking, I can talk, and then you maybe didn't get me, Ben.
Nope.
Listen, I think we have the best coaches in the world, probably the first or second best. I don't want them coaching our guys to beat Jordan Burroughs and Kyle Dake. I don't like that.
Because you are an American and you take pride in your country's wrestlers doing the best against the other
John
countries.
Clark's on the German team now. It's tremendous.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
love
that.
it.
just an opinion. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I talked to other wrestlers, Olympic champions, world champions, guys still on the team. They say I don't like it. So I'm not alone
Yeah,
here,
I can see both ways. As a
Well, they
I
just
think
don't
it
want
goes back
tougher
to
guys
this.
in their bracket.
huh?
They just don't want as many tough guys in their bracket.
Yeah, I don't know,
I
This
bet
is
they
one
don't. I
person
bet
like
they
you
don't
said
want other
before.
tough guys
It's great to
wrestling
see the
against them.
wrestling.
huh?
You just get to see the wrestling. You know what I mean? I mean, the
Yeah,
wrestling
I
is
agree.
it makes the wrestling better.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Which
I
is
think
why you want Russians.
I like
competing.
the American circuit to be better, and it's not as
Did
good.
you guys see Austin Gomez against Mexico? I mean, it looked like those guys were like my age. I mean, clearly having guys like him in that field will make that better.
Would you
right?
rather watch Austin Gomez at 2 a.m. wrestling against Puerto Rico?
Mexico's
Hold
the same
on,
time
man.
zone
Hold
as
on.
us, just so you
Just
know.
let me. Let's just talk, and then you can talk. But like, I want the American tournaments to be better. I think that's a good source of growth for USA Wrestling. And if everyone can just go get on 23andme.com and find some distant lineage, and they can
23andMe?
whatever it's called, and just find some distant lineage to Scotland and the rest. I don't think that's as good.
I'll wrestle for Scotland. I bet they suck. I bet it's so easy to make the team.
It's like, hey, it's just an opinion, but I think it's better for American wrestling if American wrestling has better tournaments with more good wrestlers in it. Can that be
And in
denied?
Scotland, they probably wear a kilt, no singlet.
Yeah, no singlets. And I love the singlet. It's just an amazing, amazing garment.
But then you get arm thrown, your nuts might be hanging out. That's no good at all.
Well, listen, that's just how you choose to don your singlet, Ben.
No, kilt. Shane said kilt.
Oh yeah, kilt. So yeah, I do like American tournaments to be better. I think that just should feel more special to make the team, and yeah, it's just my opinion. We didn't have this problem all that long ago. I think as we got really good, everyone's like, "Oh man, how can I find an easier way?"
Well, and then
to this
someone
tournament?
showed that it was possible, and then everyone's like, "Oh shoot, we
Who
can
was
do
the
that."
first?
Who was the first guy to do it? Yeah.
The first
was just
person I
thinking-
remember is Alex Dolly. Went, and that was like
Oh, he wrestled for Ireland.
for Ireland. Big 23andMe. That's a big 23andMe move.
Where's he from?
He looks pretty Irish. Alex Dolly was
He's from
Mishawaka,
Illinois, I think.
Indiana. No,
Indiana.
Mishawaka, that's my era right there. I know this stuff.
Yeah.
Is that where he wrestled in college?
No, he wrestled at Northern Iowa. No. Somewhere not good. I know where he's from high school because he was my 2002 class, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Then he went to he coached at ODU for a bit.
Yeah.
That's how I knew him.
I'm gonna figure it out now. All right, next piece of news. We have so much news to go through.
What do you want to talk about? I'm just getting yelled at everything I bring up.
What? No, we're talking about maybe just Gable Stevenson, how I expect he's gonna wrestle. Let's see. I like Gilman back down to 57. I mean, which we thought. Jaden's up to 97. I don't actually like that. No Tamira.
Why not?
That one.
You don't want to watch Jaden and Kyle Snyder wrestle?
No, I want to your last point. I want America to have the best team possible. And while we are having some better options now at 92 and some guys who can maybe go win a medal, I think Jaden Cox is still our best chance to win the shiniest medal at 92 kilograms.
If you were saying what is best for Jaden, not
97.
USA, would you say 97 this year, or would you say go win another medal this year?
97 this year.
need
But
to
that's
bulk
where
up.
the United States needs to make a rule that if you have some predetermined criteria, probably like world champ or something to that effect, you can go up and challenge in the pre-Olympic year. So only in 19, 23, 27, etc. You can go up and challenge to give yourself that advantage potentially. And then you can get a special wrestle off back down to the other weight class. This is not for everyone. This is for very certain people. You have very high criteria on it, and it's only in pre-Olympic years. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's so easy and so obvious, and the fact that they don't do it drives me crazy.
Yeah, I kind of like pick your weight, go for it, and make the team or not. And let's keep the events important. Not have like a special Fargo wrestle off for every time a guy doesn't make the team and meets a criteria. It's like make the weight, make the team that time, or you're just not on the team. You're the backup if the guy gets injured.
So what do you think about not having the best team?
I think you do have the best team. You have the best team based on
but
the
you don't.
weight that you enter.
You don't.
Yeah. I mean,
no. If we took Burroughs off 79 and Cox off 92, and you take someone off 61, whoever will be the best there, that's not the best team, Christian. It's just not.
You're certain Jaden can get back down to 92? I don't think so.
Oh yeah,
he had to maybe, but I mean he's made his choice.
Okay, but what about JB? What if you took JB off 79? He said, I told you JB is determined to go 74 or 86, whichever one he's going. He's not going to wrestle 79. Are you going to say that is our best guy at 79?
Yeah, that is our best guy at 79 if he's not at 79.
But we could have a better team.
Maybe. I mean,
this is obvious. Why are you being difficult right now?
I'm not being difficult. I just don't think you should have
difficult this morning. Christian woke up feeling not agreeable. He wants to argue with everybody today.
I don't just unilaterally agree just because you want me to agree. I don't agree. I think
But it makes so much sense. It's obvious.
I understand what you're saying. I understand why you want it to be that way, but I like the idea of make your choice. What weight do you want to be? And let the chips fall where they may. Make the team or don't.
Okay.
I think that's fine. And I think our team will be fine otherwise. Yeah. Nate Jackson's not. I mean, Nate Jackson took a match from Jaden.
He's good now. Yeah, Nate's good now.
And Colin Moore's got a great shot at Colin Moore might be my pick all together. I think he's got a good chance of making the team. I actually don't know who's going to make the team at 92. I think Nate is probably the favorite on paper, but I think Colin's really freaking good as well. No Tamira. I mean, it's been, I don't know if we've mentioned it on the show, but pretty much everyone thinks she's retired or at least not wrestling this in the foreseeable future. So she's not on the Pan Am roster.
Oh, she's wrestling.
So she may be
WWE, baby.
WWE.
You seen what Vince McMahon's looking like these days?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Kind of like you, JD.
Kind of like me, a little different, but kind of like me. Yes.
Yeah, that mustache is just, wow, it's something else there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kadi Magomedov I thought he was going up to 79. Did he not for a while?
Yeah, he went up to 79
He's gonna be-
after the Olympics.
He's going to be down for the Worlds. Going down to 74
Once again,
kilograms.
He says a lot of things.
He told me straight up 74.
I know. He also signed with Bellator to compete at 145.
And he will.
Which is
Yeah, I saw
Listen,
that.
it's called
I
a
think that
typo.
was probably just
There's
a
no
misprint,
way.
guys.
There's no way.
Most likely just a misprint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a misprint. I mean, every year someone like, I remember Montel Marion was entered at 57 kilograms at the Open one time. It's like, well, he's not doing that weight. It's just someone hit the wrong buttons. Someone doesn't know.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I could now then again, he could be 155. That wouldn't surprise me. The 163
Day
once-
before weigh-ins.
day of if he's a day of 163, day before 155. There's way more audacious cuts than that.
Yep.
You know what? Maybe he does go down. Carter Starachi.
Oh man.
He's coming for Ben.
He's trolling.
I don't,
trolling.
man. I'm
got him.
scared, Ben. I'm scared of what he'd say about you.
I mean, something highly offensive, I'm sure.
He'd say something audacious. Audacious.
Audacious.
He couldn't attack your wrestling, though, which is basically what he attacks every other UFC fighter for.
Yeah.
No, but he would. Yeah. I don't want to know. Carter.
I would just say. He talks about dominating people, and then he has ride time victories by 7 seconds. So I'm sure he would say something audacious, but
This man had a
think he's
pinfall in
trolling.
the NCAA finals.
He didn't turn that guy over. That guy turned himself over.
That's even more impressive.
He's
He's got the guys doing the work for him. You had to, let me get this guy in
Cradle?
a cradle and take him over. No,
Only bums cradle people
yeah,
nowadays.
he's like that. He makes his guys willing participants in his own pins. You didn't do that. You had to change
Only a
their
couple
mind.
times.
Heart,
You want to
body,
hear
and
this funny
soul.
story? I told this funny story. I don't know why it got brought up with some of my high school kids. Okay, so a couple years I was going for a takedown record, so just take kids down and let them up, take them down and let them up. My senior year, I was not going for a takedown record, right? Well, this one dude, I hit him with this like a near arm far leg DeSanto style, pull him, dump him, right?
Yeah.
And this dude put a bear hug on me from his back, and I was gonna let him up, get a few takedowns, right? I wasn't gonna take him down 15 times or nothing. I was gonna get a couple, get warmed up. It was my first match of the day. He hit a bear hug on me, and I couldn't. I was like trying to get up. And he's like, "No, I'm pinning myself."
Wait, he pinned himself?
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, I put him on his back, but I was gonna kind of like let him off his back.
Yeah.
Get a few takedowns, get a warm up in.
Man, I remember that match. And technically,
I locked it up.
technically in that match, I mean, he got caught. You didn't
got
beat
caught.
him that bad. He got caught.
I think he got caught, honestly.
I got caught. And then he was laughing and he high fived with his coach afterwards.
That's
I'm like,
funny.
oh my god.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh man,
That's
It was totally his
hysterical.
plan.
What a
that's
beast.
funny.
He's playing chess. You're playing checkers, Ben.
So funny.
That's hysterical. So you just had this reputation of just humiliating people, I guess.
Well, I mean, I got 400 takedowns in a year. It wasn't like I was trying to. I just had to get my thing done.
Man, 400.
In 38, I had 401 takedowns in 38 matches my junior year.
Okay, gosh, that was a little window, Ben. There was a little window where I I just wasn't that involved in wrestling at that time, and that was I would have killed. I wish I could go back and have watched you in high school. We've all heard the stories. I wish I could have witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah, I wish I just had like 3 matches. I mean, I've seen some of your high school matches, but like I want to watch. I watched one of your matches where I don't know if it was a state final, but you got so many takedowns on this kid. You're shooting singles like crazy. But that's 10 and a half takedowns per match.
Man,
what's the most you ever got in a match?
17. You want to hear the story?
Yeah.
The kid, it was actually Kakana. The Kakana kid.
was Machek coaching? He would have been.
This is 2001.
He would have been. Yeah,
Okay.
I think
2001.
So. Him and McDaniel.
A teammate, the lighter weight, they beat my guy in the finals from my team, and they were partying on him. So I was pissed. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna roll this dude up so hard. So I chose top and cut him. I got a locked hands point. So I'll just find ways to give him more points so I can take him down some more.
You're like looking at the ref like this.
I once
My hands
witnessed.
are long.
Yeah. Couple of cautions, right? You're on the starting neutral. You jump the gun. Ben, let me ask you this: you ever wrestle in the Cheesehead? Did you wrestle in the Cheesehead?
No, it didn't exist. Max didn't exist.
Yeah, that's where I met Max for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Max true story. I remember Max warming up because I couldn't. I'd never seen somebody drill like that before. I mean,
really?
I still remember it. I think he was a sophomore, first time I ever saw him. So you did not wrestle in the Cheesehead. You must have just missed it.
I must have just.
Or was it just that Arrowhead didn't go yet at that? Because Cheesehead's been around for 20 years.
I'm kind of old now. I'm kind of old.
Yeah. Cleaver will be texting me any minute now. He'll text and I'm sure he'll text any minute and let me know.
Yeah, I don't think it existed. That's my feeling. But
okay.
Was Max drilling fireman's carries, Shane?
God, I just remember his drilling was, I'd never seen anybody drill like that before. I mean, if somebody asked me right now, like, it's just one of those things that I'll always remember because I didn't know who he was. I just remember that baby blue singlet, and there's this kid. I didn't know of Ben. I didn't know anything. I mean, didn't know Messenbrink, and I just remember watching this kid drill. I was like, damn, and I'm going off a complete memory. If that was like early 2000s, probably, if I'm guessing.
Yeah, I graduated 2002, so it had to be after.
Okay.
That, oh yeah. All right. Back to trip down memory lane. Back to the wrestling news for the week.
Yeah, we were just talking about
Carter.
What do you think? What's the first line Carter uses against you? What's he gonna say?
Oh man, I don't want to talk about it. I'll be roasting myself. I could do that pretty well. Okay. What are the odds he wrestles next year? I think they're really good. Mm-hmm. But if we are taking him at his word, which I don't know if we should be, then obviously his actual best path to what he wants to do is just to go do other things right now. I just don't see that happening.
I would truly be stunned if he didn't wrestle next year. And then if he won 4 and then went off and did his own thing, I wouldn't be as surprised. But even though he says he doesn't want to do the 5, maybe he'll. His LinkedIn says otherwise, His LinkedIn says he's going to be a 5-time NCAA champion. So,
okay. I think he'll go 4. I think he'll go next year yet. And then after that, who knows?
What he said. That's what he said he's going to do. It feels like a cool move to just no, I'm going to preserve the integrity of the 4-timer and not just have this weird 5-time thing. Because there was a scenario where
dunk on everybody.
Ferrari, and Mekhi Lewis could have been 5-time champions.
Mekhi took that Olympic.
Obviously Mekhi didn't, and AJ's, and now it's just Carter, the one who could win.
AJ's got to have some. He's got to have 2 or 3 years eligibility left. No, can't have 3. That's impossible.
So,
2, probably 1 or 2, maybe.
So he wrestled as a true freshman, and it didn't count. And then the next year. He wrestled so much of the year that counts. So that's his first year. Now this season that just happened could be a red shirt because he never did.
Not enrolled also, so that there's probably some effect.
So he should have 3, 2 or 3.
No, 2.
No, I disagree. I feel like this year could have been a red shirt for him.
Maybe 3.
Man,
I don't know how the eligibility clock exactly works. Isn't there a thing where, if you start, you can't just take years off, and even if you aren't enrolled,
that's what I thought. There's some kind of time clock.
Catch up credit-wise.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how it works with him not being in school.
I also don't necessarily know he wasn't in school.
Well, I don't think he was at Oklahoma State taking classes.
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean he wasn't taking classes.
So you just have to. You could be taking classes anywhere. You could just be University of Phoenixing and then maintain.
I think you probably could actually, as long as it applied to the degree moving forward. I would actually get yes.
I think there might be a thing too where you can't just not enroll and stop. I think if you don't start right away, it's different. But I think if you enroll and compete, like that starts, and then it has to be some sort of red shirt or something. You can't just be like, nope, I'm not enrolling. I'm done. Like my
you can't do
eligibility
that.
stops.
Yeah.
You can do that. Hey, Scott Cleaver knew which match
that's why
that
I think
was.
this.
He called
It was. I was right. Ben, if I would have guessed, I would have been right. Eddie Blumenthal from Stoughton. I think that's who beat him.
No, he gets the match I was talking about with all the takedowns.
Oh, all right.
Hey, what do you think about Heidley up to 92? That was weird. I actually didn't think he was big for 84, but he might be big for 84 if he's wrestling 92.
I think he is. I can't remember. Man, I remember when he wrestled Miles and Mean. It was like good time of day. He was like much bigger at the RTC Cup. I was like, man, he is big. And I thought I had heard it either there or elsewhere. Like he's pretty big. And I think 84 is just the best spot for him, for the team, and probably in reality for him to win a title. 84 will be interesting next year, if with Brooks moving up, in my opinion, because you got Parker and Trent back. Does Truex
But
go
Trent's
down?
moving up also.
You think?
I mean, dude,
Just because he's going 92?
He has a weight class that's 6 pounds above his college weight class at the Open.
Well, maybe he wants to make the world team, and the one weight has David Taylor and Aaron Brooks and Zahid Valencia, and the other one's going to be Nate Jackson and Colin Moore. I look at it more as like the opportunity to make a team than his ideal weight class, right?
Guys, real quick, we talked about Gable potentially. Bo Nichols wrestling, right?
No,
that
you
was
got April Fools.
I knew
Oh,
that
it
one.
was. Oh,
I knew that one.
I
Wisconsin guys
took
are
that
so
one hook, line, and
gullible.
sinker also.
I'm going to try to April Fools both of you guys next year.
It won't be hard.
It won't be hard.
I fell for it. I'm like, oh, sweet.
Nah, Bo, I think I won't say he's wrestled his last match, but I think it's likely. Yeah, I don't see him ever pursuing a world team again. Especially, when's his next fight? He's got one soon, right?
No, I actually don't think he has a fight scheduled.
Oh, really? I don't know why I thought he did.
I don't think
He
so.
just won that big one on the. What was that a month or two ago?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought he had one.
Yeah, that was early March.
International Fight Week may.
I'm sure he's working on something.
This says potential. This says potential at Fight Week.
It's not like he took a lot of damage or anything in his last one.
Yeah. Yeah, he's ready. Move him on up.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was listening to an interview with Jason Off. He's thinking MMA.
Well, he does. Do you see? He
does
damn good at
jiu-jitsu all the time.
jiu-jitsu. He does a lot of jiu-jitsu, and he's really proficient.
He rolls with the Tackett brothers when he comes down to Austin, kind of a decent amount. He goes with B Team and Tackett's, and y'all don't know who that is, but it's like really high level jiu-jitsu guys. So
yeah, no, he's really high level and proficient at jiu-jitsu. He just his personality. I don't know why, just because he just doesn't seem like a fighting guy, because he's just so like sweet and soft spoken. And Jason will probably let me say that type of stuff, but he just seems like such a nice dude, you know. And you got Bo and Carter, and you're like, oh yeah, they probably want to fight. They talk.
I heard a funny story about Jason at Coach Waller had wrestling camps in Pennsylvania, and I think or it was a club or a camps or whatever, and Jason went to him. This is kind of like a legendary wrestling coach guy, and Jason was like at the camp, maybe I think it was like a middle schooler. He's young for sure, maybe early high school, and there were these like boxing gloves there, and Jason kept trying to box. He's like, come on, coach. He like kept trying to box Coach Waller, who's, I don't know, he's probably in his 50s. He's maybe in his 60s now, so he's probably in
older
his 40s.
now, yeah.
He's probably older than that.
Probably older than that. So he eventually, like, Coach Waller, and he tells the story, like, agrees, and like they're boxing around. He said he just like popped him right in the nose, and boom, like bloody Jason's nose, and he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, I just punched this kid right in the face. That's a camper there, but he's like, Jason was just like that kind of a kid. So maybe he has more of a fighting spirit.
He'd be another great fighter, though. I mean, Nolf's a savage too.
Oh yeah, he's such a savage.
He is.
I'd be sad to see him leave the sport, but he'd be one of those guys you don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He's he was so unpredictable in his wrestling and so fearless. Kind of scares me a little bit because fearlessness in wrestling is like, oh, I gave up a takedown or maybe I'm on my back, but like fearlessness in fighting tactics can. I mean, I don't know. Who's the most fearless?
No, fearless
fighter?
is great. I mean, you want to be fearless. You don't want to be. I mean, you can be. Okay, there's a balance. You can be fearless and not a dum dum. Also, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to be not obsessing about all the bad shit that can happen to you when you're in a. Dang, I've been on this kick of not swearing. I just swore. My bad, flow guys. But you can be fearless and tactical at the same time, and I think that's what he would be. So yes, obviously, I think Jason Elf would be a very, very high level fighter. If he's actually gonna do it, I wish he would have got started earlier though, because he's got to be
27
or 8. I guess he does have the jiu-jitsu portion figured out already, so that's a win.
Would he be a 55?
Probably day before. Probably 55.
He'd be a small welterweight, you know?
Yeah.
What does Bryce Meredith fight at?
45.
No, I think he's
35.
35.
Okay, he's okay. God, he pounded
so
that guy.
shredded.
Yeah, gosh.
He's a beast.
Yeah, if I looked like Bryce Meredith, I wouldn't own a shirt, and I live in Wisconsin.
Yeah. We know. Shane's always popping top.
Man.
All right, more portal news. Lucas Davison now in the portal, making the second Wildcat All-American to enter the portal. And I was looking at kind of the biggest names in the portal so far. Lucas Davison, Chris Cannon, Isaac Olejnik, Bernie Truax are all All-Americans, either last year or former. You got Caleb Smith, who was a 5 seed. Seth Nevels was a qualifier. Boone McDermott. And then it drops off a little bit. You got the Garrett Grice and Dom LaJoyes. But then I was like, well, I wonder what it was this time last year. Was it better? Was it worse? And I would say significantly more talent has entered the portal this year than last. Whereas now we had Real Woods, which that was a huge one. But he was just quote an All-American at that point in time. You had Yaroslav Slavakuski.
Then Shane Griffith.
Wait, isn't Slavakuski still in the portal?
I thought he was.
He is. Yeah, he is still in the portal.
You don't have him on this year's. So
yeah, I know. His portal time predates JD's article from this year. But and I was really just looking at who entered the portal when, right? From into NCAAs to this point, and really is way less. I mean, Kennedy Monday never even wrestled. He just, I don't know, for some reason entered the portal again. Will Betancourt, Echemendia. So I don't know what that means. It's just an observation that more elite wrestlers have entered the portal since NCAAs than last year.
Hey, I saw this. It was maybe a tweet. I don't really know where I saw it exactly, but I believe it was a football post, and someone said they're the number 6 person in the portal. You guys should totally do portal rankings.
I thought we did something like that one time.
Really? Like currently in the portal. Number 7, currently in the portal.
Dude, I think we did exactly that. Or really? I have some memory. I at least have the memory of the idea of something in that vein.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, dude, we were ranking anything we could during the pandemic.
Yep.
So yeah.
Who's number 1 in the portal right now? Christian Pyles. Gun to your head.
Bernie Truax. He's the only guy I think he could win a title.
I think technically Shane Griffith and Real Woods are still in the portal. Technically.
No, Real's transferred, so he wouldn't be in the portal anymore. Shane went in. This? All the Stanford guys went in simultaneously, and Shane just kind of never pulled himself out.
What about this, guys? Obviously in the portal, they have different amounts of eligibility. So you have Caleb Smith with 2 years left, and Truax with 1. Like, right? So does that matter? Like when you're ranking them?
Maybe, but Bernie Truax can win a title.
Yeah.
The impact that can have on a team, on a program, versus a guy that could place, or could not place, didn't win a match at NCAAs this year. So,
but you obviously would have to factor that in when if you were to be ranking. That.
Absolutely. But yeah, a lot of talent. I'm certain more will enter the portal. But yeah, curious where those guys all wind up. Tough for Northwestern to lose. I mean, we talked on the last show about all the guys they've lost either via decommitments or transfers, and now just add Lucas Davison to that list potentially.
Potentially, he said he might stay.
Might stay. Who's to say? So yeah. Other news: Ben DeVino to Ohio State, which
Big pickup.
Big pickup. DeVino's really, really tough. Very, very good lightweight there, which could mean a lightweight logjam for the Buckeyes with Vinny Kilkeary coming in, DeVino. You already have Bouzakis and Mendez. But I think through a combination of red shirts and growth and whatnot, I don't think there will be a ton of overlap amongst their best guys.
I think Kilkeary is the only real 25 on there.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Obviously,
so.
Jesse's not, and obviously Bouzakis is not a 25-pounder. But maybe, and I don't think DeVino is, but maybe he is.
I don't think so. Hey, how about this, though? Next,
Russell's 126 right now.
UWW cadets at 132 is going to be fire.
Speak on it.
DeVino's in there. Forrest is in there. Probably the guy who just beat Forrest. Sam Herring's in there. Kellen Wolbert. Oh, baby.
Cooper Hilton. Cooper Hilton just beat Jax Forrest.
Cooper Hilton, that's who it was. He's not even ranked that high. I watched that match. No, I don't want to offend high school kids, but, man, there was so much time spent on the knees hanging on the elbow. And it was wild that Jax couldn't figure that puzzle out because they probably spent at least half the match there.
As in, like, kind of like a short offense position, you mean?
Well, it's weird because Cooper Hilton, I believe most of the time he was kind of like actually around the arm and like underneath. You know, like a lot of people have it like on the neck, like they're pulled in here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But he was kind of like around the arm a lot of the time on an outside like tricep grip. And they spent I think half the match probably.
I was surprised Sammy Julian let them stay in that position that long a couple of times.
Yeah. They were there for a long time.
Cooper Hilton lost to Sam Herring at the same tournament, too, at Elite Eight duels.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Hilton beats Jax on a, Jax probably looking back should turn down there instead of trying to. He was going to get taken down. He's on a deep double leg, and he tried to like a high flyer and just.
Yeah, it was dumb.
High flew himself to his back. And it happens. Yeah, 60 looking tough. DeVino, so Forrest is up there, entered?
You would guess. I mean, because you think you'd put Forrest and Bassett in the same weight class. They're teammates now, but I guess Forrest and Herring are teammates also. I mean, this is why UWW cadets is cool because guys are forced to go same weight classes because it only goes 21, 32, 43, I think, or 44, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an amazing tournament. How many guys are you sending?
I don't even a lot. We have an army coming.
How many teamers do you think you can get?
I think we have a lot of guys. I mean, because so we're U17 and U20. I'm thinking of both of them. We probably have 30 guys between those two.
What's Aiden's plan?
Not what is the weight class? The weight class is what 201 or something.
Yeah,
he's U17 still.
He's still U17. Okay.
Yeah. So what was the weight class? Whatever the weight class is, 90, 91.
There's 110, and then there's 92.
He's at 92.
That one, 92.
Oh yeah, there he is, 92.
Yep. So yeah, but then we got tons
Drayshawn Ross is in there.
Yeah, should be going.
Yeah.
Where's Rader gonna wrestle? That's one. I believe he's still U17 eligible.
Rogotsky?
No, Zach Rader.
Oh, Zach Rader.
Yeah, that was he beat 8-4-4 last year.
He's at 80.
Oh, so he is okay. I didn't know if they were. I didn't check their registrations at all.
Yeah, I've got this little doc pulled up that Kozak made. It's got all.
You can also find it on www.flowwrestling.org.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
When is that tournament, guys?
You got a month.
It's at the Open.
April 26th through 30th.
Okay.
A little less than a month.
It's so good. It's going to be a great tournament. Who else you got? Any of your little guys? Kellen?
Kellen's going to be good. Hawk and Peterson's going to be really competitive, I would say. I mean, the Mirasolas, Scholes, Mitchell, Clayton Whiting. We got a lot of junior division guys. I'm probably forgetting someone, so now I'll feel bad. But yeah.
I don't know if anyone's going to have answers for this wrestler from the M2 Training Center.
Who?
Thunder Beard.
Thunderbeard. Is that Michael's brother?
I don't know. I don't
Great
think
name.
so. Thunderbeard. It's like a
That's
Thunderbird.
a great name.
Thunderbeard.
Nickname is obviously Zeus. He's actually pretty decent too.
You're telling me.
Nice.
Your name's hey. Also, almost Ryan Seacrest is in this tournament. Rylan Seacrest. There's a lot of names.
And then did you guys watch you put in the doc? So I was assuming you watched it, so I watched it, so I knew what I was talking about. The Bassett Lilladall match was competitive. There was a couple things I didn't like. I thought there should have been some push out points there. I hate grounded. You know I hate grounded, but some of them I felt like they weren't. It wasn't grounded. It wasn't really even that close in my opinion. And then number two, the other thing I hated that it was 1-1, and they put I know Bassett got a takedown, but I hate that they put someone on the clock when it's 1-1. You know what I'm saying? Because like it essentially determines the match. You're essentially saying I'm determining the match by putting someone on the clock and making it 2-1.
Yeah. I think
in effect it is 2-1 when it's 1-1.
True. Someone is winning when it's 1-1.
Someone is winning, but I mean, if you're giving them both a shot clock point, I don't even remember if they're shot clock, if they're push outs.
One was step out, one was shot clock, I believe.
Okay, so
I think maybe don't quote me on that, but I think
like 6 minutes, dude, score a point.
It's pretty,
don't put them on the
pretty
clock.
rare to see that though.
Yeah,
you don't see that too often with 1-1 and someone's going on shot clock. It's like there's so many ways to score.
Bassett did get the takedown, so that was nice.
Yeah, is Bo Bassett a sophomore?
I think he's a freshman.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't think it was their best match either guy. I was a little surprised how little action I felt there was. Like there were very few exchanges. It was a lot of Bo holding center, controlling center. I felt like Luke wasn't able to generate much offense. There were not many true exchanges in the match. Just like a lot of respect between the two. But yeah, a huge win for Bo Bassett. Then again, will we see it again at trials presumably?
Well, I thought Luke
junior
was
now
older now. I think he's a junior.
Okay, so might not see that one again.
Yeah,
still a huge win for Bo, and after how their meeting previously went down, I kind of thought Luke had maybe solve the puzzle, but you got to remember Bo's so young; he's still improving. Great.
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, you just said you were disappointed by the amount of action. I think you're disappointed by the amount of action or something. But if you were Bo Bassett, that's probably like
100%
strategically how you wanted it to go, and that was probably the game plan you were probably trying to implement.
Yeah, 1,000%. That's what I thought. Watching it was like this was a great game plan from Bo. Like I'm a better hand fighter. I'm better positionally. Yeah. Let me just control center. And
and he got reattacked a lot last time.
Yep, 100%. And then, I felt like his position that like if you look at the takedown and got Lilladall standing straight up, it was like a pretty easy entry into the high crotch, and then the finish was no problem. So I think it was a really smart tactic from Bo.
Yeah, agreed.
So a lot going on there. All right. Anything else on? Oh, Peyton Robb. We never even talked about this.
Oh God, this is crazy.
This is crazy. So just I forget what day it was. Friday, Thursday or Friday.
I think Friday.
Get a text from
Friday.
Get a text from Tervel about to the point where I was like, "Is this real?" Like I was like, "Let me look around and see if this is." It sounded so horrible. Like, man, Peyton Robb, just watch this guy wrestle. And then now he's like in a fight for his life, but had some horrible skin condition. Infection that was like became some flesh-eating thing, and he was in sepsis and all kinds of problems. But now it seems like he's on the other side of it and recovering. But it sounded like a really scary situation for a couple of days for Peyton and the Husker faithful. But thankfully he's doing really well. Nebraska put out a statement from Peyton, so it sounds like things are on the right path there.
Apparently, the same thing John Milner had that kept him out of NCAAs.
Man, must be bad stuff. Well, we knew it at the time because people were like, "How is he pulling out already from some sort of thing?" Well, it's like, well, it's because it's that bad, and What's that? I thought someone said something.
No, I said it was really scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very scary. Glad he's all right. Okay.
Yeah, if you read through that whole Peyton Rob thing, you're like, what is going on? This is freaking nasty.
Did you see something with it?
No, the GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
I read
yeah.
through that whole thing, and it was just like, it gets worse.
waiting for them
And
to be
worse.
like, "Hey, man,
They cut his leg up. This is awful. It
Yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah, these guys get such bad infections. I remember
Yeah.
Soriano had a terrible one his year he made the finals for Rutgers. It's his sophomore season.
Yeah.
He had one that put him out for a while. It's a scary thing.
Yeah.
All right. Shane, what's going on, man? What's new with you? I'm letting you've been hanging back.
Atlanta Braves are off to a good start, so that's good. Ronald Acuna will be the 2023 NL MVP. I'll throw that out today.
Shane. Now, how can you make a statement like that and then you start screaming at me for saying someone's a favorite in a tournament?
Listen, Christian. I do want to make this clear. One thing, like on tweets and texts, is you don't know somebody's tone, their body language. I was just simply saying, like, it's not something I'm dying on the sore by. Like, it wasn't I'll tell you this. I wasn't being aggressive in any way. I can tell you that. I was just simply, somebody just asked me, they're like, who's the clear favorite? And I just said, with that talent pool, there's no clear favorite to me. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's it.
Well, but like, that wasn't all you said. That wasn't it. If that was it,
well, what
then
else
it's like,
I said, but that's how I answered the question. That's
well,
all I said.
You said no. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Who's the favorite? But
no, what did I say exactly? Because you have it.
Well, I'll find it. I've got a lot of tweets with Shane
Christian
Sparks.
came ready to fight this morning, bro. Christian came ready to fight.
Christian, I almost felt bad last night. I'm like, Christian's probably thinking I'm like pissed off and yeah.
No,
like,
it's all fun. Who cares who the favorite is? Being the favorite doesn't get you on a team. Being the winner is what gets you on a team. Who's arguing that, Shane?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody asked me the question, so I was like, I just don't, you know how I am, guys, on this stuff. I never, it's like, and it's great. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love wrestling content, predictions, promotion. Like I love it all. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's all great, but it doesn't mean, heck, you don't have to go too far in sports where you see stuff it just doesn't make sense. It's sports. Who knows? That's all I'm saying. And when you look at and when you look at the guys in that field, those guys are all winners. Like, God, Soriano the favorite, yeah, sure. But you know how this. Look at Soriano a couple of years ago. He got like COVID and didn't wrestle. Jaden Cox didn't weigh in. Like, God, this stuff. God only knows how it's going to shake out.
Yeah. Yeah. But those are certainly out. We have never known someone to not make weigh-ins on time ever. We've never had. Nick Soriano was the only person who tested positive in the entire Olympic trial. So those are definitely outliers.
Just to show you how hard. Anytime I watch sports, high-level sports, I just get new appreciation for how tough it is to win. It's just so hard to win this stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Braves are doing good. All right, let's get to some questions.
Are we done with baseball now?
Yeah, baseball, basketball.
Ben, you watched it. Your Brewers are off to a good start, Ben. You got to be happy about that.
Wrestling, fighting, and some disc golf. That's it. That's all I watch.
All right. Has Shane Sparks tried the Frank's Red Hot Edition Goldfish?
Oh, I go with the. I had it yesterday. I have it a lot. I go with my own Goldfish, and then I take the Frank's and pour it on.
Homemade.
So I've not gotten, but supposedly there's one out there that's what they have.
Yeah.
I haven't.
See, so to me the question is, with your homemade concoction, it's more of a moist cracker.
Exactly.
Whereas this is sort of baked on. So
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Mine's going to be better.
Okay.
Give it a try. Goldfish, Frank's Red Hot Sauce. It is.
Oh my gosh.
Homemade's always better. It's even with Frank's Red Hot Goldfish.
Yeah.
Can Gable wrestle in NCAAs next year? Any chance this year can be a red shirt? No, I don't think so.
He'd be eligible though, wouldn't he?
I don't think so.
Come on, man. Everyone's got eligibility.
Everyone's got a year. Let me look.
Hold on. I'm going to look him up.
Let's Google
I think
Gable.
he does.
All right. Let's run through it. His first year was 2019.
2019
That counted.
took
That
third.
counted. Okay. Then he had 2021 counts as 1 year. 2022 counts. And then.
So he could have redshirted this year. He does not have a red shirt.
Feel like, yeah, maybe. I don't think so.
Yes, he's eligible.
Yeah, I'm giving up on that.
Yeah, I think
Joe Warren was. We never even got into the things that Carter Strachey actually said. Basically, the too long don't read is he thinks everyone is terrible in the UFC.
Chandler took 5th, not 8th, so he at least has to get his facts right.
Well, no, he doesn't. And you know that. But he said that 8th place is a participation trophy. Did Carter. And so Joe Warren wants to know, is 8th place at NCAA a participation? If so, sign me up.
Yeah, sign me. I'll take 2. Yeah, exactly.
2 of those. Why doesn't Nebraska get any AWA guys? Ben seems to speak highly of the Huskers.
They won't recruit us. I've been trying.
Wow.
Coach not Brian. I probably talked to Brian Snyder. Maybe he's probably in my top couple coaches that I speak to as amount of regularity. We coached together in the state for it was only a year, but we just got along really well. So we just keep in touch.
He's a good guy.
I can
see
that.
He's a good dude.
Awesome.
Funny. He's smart. So yeah, we keep in touch quite a bit. I've been trying to get him a few guys. I put a few guys out there that I think are just they fit the Nebraska mold in our junior class who are not spoken for yet. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be determined.
I mean, I'm trying to think, Ben. Travis Schufeld, he was an All-American at Nebraska.
Was like kind of an AWA guy. Like he came a decent amount, but he also went a few other places. He went there, and obviously that one didn't turn out.
Yeah.
And that'd be the only one, I think.
Yeah, Travis Schufeld was there before Manning, I believe. I mean, it's been a while.
It's been a
while.
Travis Schufeld was like, he's older than me.
Oh, yeah. I just saw Travis. He lives in Oshkosh, where I live. So good. He's a good guy. Yeah. Nice. Yep. Ran into him at the YMCA sauna a little while back, talking some wrestling.
That's awesome.
Okay. If Vito wrestles the way he did against RBY and Fix, can he win a world title or medal?
Definitely medal.
This is from Gene Mills has more pins than Ben. Just to give credit to the author.
Gene Mills, hey, listen, Gene Mills and Wade Shellis, their pins are not 100% verified. They both think each other is a liar. One called the other one a liar. A liar. We don't know.
We don't know.
What we do know is that they both have more than you.
Yeah, that's the.
Well, how can we prove
that?
We
have that established. Oh, shoot. Earpiece thing
let's
died.
See.
Hold on.
So.
Can't hear what they're saying.
What's the question again? I got distracted about the name.
Darn it. I literally can't hear him anymore. JD, you got to cover for me.
You can't hear me?
This juice?
Hold on. Now you just go. I'll try to fix this.
Okay.
Cover for me.
Yes, I think Vito could win a world medal. World championship, obviously. Maybe. But the one dude who's back now, JD, who's your favorite guy? That's really, really, really good. Aviskadze, he's back. So that's going to make it tough to win a world title, but it's possible.
He did lose somewhat recently.
Oh, really?
It was a really close match. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to replicate. Those guys will take L's every now and again, outside of like the Sadulayev types. Don't count. But yeah, I think for sure Vito can medal at 61. I don't think there's going to be a time in the foreseeable future where we will send someone, because if he makes the team, I don't think we send people that aren't capable of winning medals really anymore. I think there was a time where it'd be like, probably not. I don't think we're going to see it. Even Hayden Zillmer, who was, a long shot, he was not that far off. He had the capability. We knew if he was on the correct side, a certain thing, there was a chance. Heavyweight may be the one where it'll be, but I think we're going to have a shot at every weight to medal moving forward. Now, I can change my mind, but I just think that's the state of American wrestling. If you get on the team, you're at a certain level. And yeah, I think Vito for sure can. But I'm curious who's still going to enter at 61. Does Dayton? Well, Dayton's not entered at this point.
Yep. I see him there.
DeSanto, man. You should, if you can find Nashawn Garrett versus Austin DeSanto, you will have a joyous 10-minute wrestling viewing experience.
Really?
Oh my gosh, it's an amazing
I'm gonna
match.
live commentate this right now.
Well, I hope you can't find it because I hate it when you do that.
You started it, Christian.
You're not gonna be able to find it because it's you got to have Kozak's secret way of finding. It's on a mat, and then it's on a mat over like an hours long.
No, Henry declined semis 2 months ago. Is this what we're talking about?
Dang it, it's up.
Gotcha.
We are
Let's
so
go.
screwed.
Garrett got out to a quick start, and then DeSanto just wore him down, right? I mean, it's
exactly what
my
you
man
were.
didn't even sprawl. He didn't even
He
sprawl
didn't
on
have time to sprawl. He was airborne. You cannot sprawl in the air. Believe me, I know. I've tried.
All right, I'm watching at 1.5 speed, so we get through a little faster.
Okay, then Nashawn's going to look really fast. Because he's pretty fast.
Maybe 1.5 times as fast.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, geez. Oh, man. Oh, wait, what? Oh, the ref stopped that double leg? Give me a break, referee. He's like doing this. Oh, can't do this stuff. Like, what? No, it's wrestling. Get out of here.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm moving around here.
Don't you hate it, Christian, when they tell them to stop being so rough when they're actually not too rough? Like, listen, I know we can't punch each other and whatnot, but like, this is wrestling. Like, we want to do a little hand fighting. We do a little hand fighting. Don't tell me like this thing.
DeSanto, if you watch DeSanto, he gets a good hard left. It's not even a club. He just basically slaps the back of Nashawn's hand. They let it go, so you'll like that part.
Okay, I like hard wrestling.
We know this. Oh, I like this question. A full season with NIL in place. What's the takeaway? Feels like it was much ado about nothing for wrestling.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's largely right. I think the biggest byproduct of it is just like the rumor mill that kicks up, right?
Yes.
The Real Woods thing that created a lot of conversation a year ago. People thinking he got $300,000 and all that.
Does anybody know what those numbers are? I mean, that's what I'd be curious. Like,
let's hack his bank account.
Yeah. Don't think we can do that, but you can try, Ben. I think more than anything, it's like, oh wow, so there's a crazy rumor about a wrestler getting literally millions of dollars, but like, it's one thing. It's like, it's one thing to like hear that, but then it's like, okay, obviously no wrestler is making multi-million dollars as a college wrestler. Oh, but the fact that relevant fathers of wrestlers believe it is when it becomes like kind of a thing. Doesn't matter who. I'm not gonna.
I had someone else tell me. So it was Mitchell. I'll just say it was Mitchell. Mitchell told me such and such is making $50,000 from this company, and I said, Mitchell, that is preposterous. Like, think about the way sponsorships work, and think about how many of those things they have to sell to make $50,000 back. Like, I can tell you, I've never had a $50,000 sponsorship. That's just not happening. That person has nowhere a fraction of the following I had, or like even at my peak, I was never making $50,000 for a thing. Like, it's ridiculous.
There's not that much money in this sport, and even though there are donors that like to give money,
this was not related to a bringing someone to a program type thing either.
Yeah, I don't think so. Wrestlers don't, even the most valuable wrestlers don't make that much money. Like, don't for companies, right?
Yeah.
So the idea of the hundreds, I think it's just this rumor mill that gets kicked up and accelerated, and there's probably something to it, that there is an exchange of money, and there's so much value.
A lot of it, Christian, has to do with attracting the wrestler to your program, not actual. What NIL was for a business to sponsor an athlete because that athlete could generate revenue for their business. And I believe it's like a lot of it is due to and they're not supposed to be able to get people to come to certain programs, but that's exactly what's happening. And now you see these like collectives. I don't remember whose I just saw the other day, but that should be shut down because it's nonsense.
Shut down the collectives.
Seriously.
No, Penn State has one.
Penn State, I think, a lot of the schools have them now. I think Ohio State's got one. I don't really care, but I do think much ado about nothing, probably. Then again, there's even less information about it than the others, so we don't know for sure. But my read is like it's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah,
but who knows? A wrestler could come out and say, how much they make, and then maybe we'd learn something. But so you hear that. Okay, hey, here's a good question from Tyler, producer Tyler. Should we watch another movie like we did with Roadhouse? And then he offered some 80s options. Die Hard, Commando, Conan the Barbarian, or RoboCop. I'm partial to an Arnold, either Commando or Conan. I haven't seen Conan before, so that'd be probably worthwhile. Commando, but I'm very much down for this, especially we're out of the NCAA season, so
we've set the bar high with Roadhouse. I mean, that's gonna be tough to beat.
Pick one, Ben.
Vision Quest.
Oh, the greatest,
my gosh.
The best. Yes.
Want to VQ it up?
Oh man.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in probably 20 years. So.
You gotta rewatch it. You gotta rewatch it.
Yeah.
Wait, let's see. Where can you watch Vision Quest? It may be buried somewhere. I don't own it.
Gotta be somewhere.
I did for a while.
Probably Amazon Prime or something like that. I watched it not that long ago.
Watch Vision Quest free online.
I love it.
Thursday night.
I love it.
Oh, it's on YouTube for free. Free with ads. I'll take it. I'll need a commercial break to jot down notes.
And when we watch it, we all got to wear a collared shirt with a singlet. I mean, that's the key to watching that movie. Coaching
101.
I'm telling you, I'm 5 minutes into this match. Deshaun is looking really tired right about it. We got caution 1 for. He's tired. He's very tired. He's still waiting by 5.
I didn't do it. I told him not to do it. He's being insubordinate and disobedient.
You knew what was going to happen.
I can't refer.
Oh, what do they call it? 1 point. Oh man, I don't know about this call.
No, you said
this referee
you have
guy
to find
is
this
not
match
very
and watch
good.
it.
Crap. Well, you do. I'm not even talking to Ben. I'm talking to other people that should watch matches.
Oh,
forgive me
that
for
was
saying.
caution 1. You guys got to be watching this match with me.
All right, let's go.
That was caution 1. No, Christian, listen. Go watch.
I did watch.
7:43. If there's a caution 1, that was a caution 1.
All right. We're going to go.
No, we can't go. We can't go because I still have
no one wants to
seconds
listen
left.
to you say what
Yes,
a caution
they do.
1 is when no one's watching. Play the music.
No, don't play it, Tyler.
The music can't. Thank you guys so much.
Tyler, 30 seconds left.
Shane, thank you.
Thanks,
JD. Thanks, Tyler.
We got a takedown. 13-12. 17 seconds left.
See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Oh, DeSanto just won the match. Holy